Shall we go?
Yeah, let's go. Come on, you lions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode. I'm going to call it episode one. Episode two.
One.
Oof.
One. Well, yeah. Whatever.
Um,
Lovely.
of
one.
the Culture Ultras podcast with myself, James Allen, and George's honorary son, Theon Viteza.
Not got the passport yet, but I've got the shirt is the D is rubbing off because I've worn it that much and had to wash it because I stink. So if that doesn't get me a passport, I don't know what will.
Our very
It's
own.
very sweaty though. Like you do notice of football shirt material, it often gets very sweaty very quickly.
It does very quickly, and then you realise you stink.
And you realise you've wasted your money on fucking Audax Italiano's away kit from '93.
How many shirts would you say? I've got quite a lot in. I'm twirling my mustache there, like a sort of vaudeville. How many shirts would you say you got? On the on the internet, I'd say I've got quite a lot in bookmarks that I don't buy, but I just got in my basket. If you got quite a lot of shirts that you're just sort of window shopping.
I do that thing of, when the band takes off, when the podcasts take off, I might buy that fucking Mito Hollyhock away jersey. So it's not happened yet. So out next week, the football, which will be our theme tune, which you may have heard in the start of this clip. So yeah, because I can put it in.
You may see yours truly.
Oh yes, starring James Allen at right back. So the second person.
You came to me. You came to me when you remind me of a fullback.
Yeah. I think I would say you're a fullback if you were anything.
I've never played fullback. I think it's quite a. In maybe the 70s, I think I'd suit it. Not now with your Trents, your Jameses, etc.
Not these modern fullbacks with the woke mob. Not these modern vaccinated right back.
Yeah. The problem is nowadays you've got to go forward. I'm talking backwards, and I'm not talking backwards on the pitch. I'm talking backwards to when we had some spirit in World War II.
When we were a country, proper country, didn't let them in.
There's nothing nice about rationing bacon. Anyway, speaking of football shirts,
rationing.
Speaking of rationing.
Oh yeah, come on.
I was performing at Kendal Calling this past weekend.
Oh, yes.
Cumbria's biggest festival. And first off, got arrived just in time for the Happy Mondays. They were on their fine fettle. And then I went to get some food, and whilst I was walking around, we knew would have been in vintage shirt paradise. There was shirts coming at me left, right, and centre. Obviously, in Kendal, there was a spread of Carlisle, a smattering of Carlisle, and we're not just talking from this season. We're talking 90s. Okay, we're talking early 2000s. Stobart at its prime. We're talking Stockport County Patrick Robinson's Brewery. We were talking Tranmere Rovers away shirts, and then I was like, it's a couple of Liverpool, a lot of Man United sharp.
Yeah.
But
I see a lot of now, and I blame Paul Mescal for it. A lot of GAA tops, and I overheard in the local Celtic pub, O'Shea's, Manchester. Do come in and say hello. Uh, I remember there was some lad, some lad with an English accent. Obviously, I'm Irish, but can't talk about the accent because I haven't got one. But I'm going to slag somebody else off. Anyway, the yeah, just overheard him say something like really derogatory about the SNP. It's like if you've got a GAA jersey on, and if Nicola Sturgeon is too much for you, fucking hell.
Look, all I'm saying, well, I can't do an Irish accent. Hold on. Hello, dear.
Right, racism on the Cultural Tourist podcast.
Was he Irish, the guy?
No, he's just like he sounded southern to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I personally think there was nothing wrong with Alex Salmond feeding that girl an ice lolly. Was he something like that?
No, it was just like I don't know, just that he didn't like it was in passing. It was like a 5-second comment, but I just thought you're in a fucking Mayo jersey, you daft cunt. Fucking talking about.
I've been trying to get into
why I just don't get why they want independence.
not to sound hipster. I've been trying to get into
Scottish independence.
Scottish independence. Do you know what? Go for it. And also Welsh independence. Follow the Yes Cymru movement because any form of separation from England is cracking. I'm trying to get into the GAA, and I watched a documentary on BBC iPlayer of Dion Dublin getting it explained to him.
Oh yeah. So I think one of the reasons I've never been into got into GAA is because both of my ancestral home counties don't have very nice kits. Wicklow and Leash don't have that appealing kit.
Blue and yellow for Wicklow.
Yeah, just doesn't appeal to me. Yeah,
Wexford, lovely purple and yellow number. But this guy at Kendal, mate. Oh, there was like I don't know how you pronounce it. Vox, VAWX, the VAUX. Sorry, the Sunderland ones from like. Oh, mate, it was amazing. And then I saw one guy in the latest.
Don't give Sunderland any credit ever.
Oh.
On this podcast.
I saw one guy in the latest Newcastle kit.
James, what are you doing to me?
Hold on, it gets worse. In the latest Newcastle kit, have a guess who's on the back of the shirt? Brand new Newcastle home shirt.
Brand new. Mohammed bin Salman. No? Jamal Khashoggi won't be in with it. Well, yes. I've noticed we've had quite a few Newcastle followers on the old Twitter account at the Cultures Pod.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
He had a brand new Newcastle shirt, Aspria number 9.
Oh, that's lovely. The only way that could be improved is Cat's Buyer, the only Newcastle player I'll ever have. Although Mark Viduka did play for Newcastle, but we erased that from history. We pretend that didn't happen.
Did he play for Newcastle, Mark Viduka?
Yeah, he played for like last 10 games of his career. Yeah. Went to Newcastle after us.
I've got Faustino Aspria's goal record up here for Newcastle.
Oh yeah, of course you have.
So 92 to 96 at Parma, 4 years, 84 appearances, 25 goals.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Newcastle.
I've been reminded. Sorry, go on.
No, go on, you go.
No, I've been with you saying Kendall Calling. I remember going a few years ago, I think like 2015, and we met these 3 Scottish guys, Brian, and Giz. Giz, genuinely, I asked her, Giz, why do they call you Giz? Oh, well, my name's Brian as well. Just thought it was a bit daft having 3 Brians.
It was like, Brian. What was that pop group? Tony, and Tony.
No, that's Tony and Guy, the hairdressers.
You could put BRIAN, BRYAN.
Oh no, I think it's all straight down the line. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
Straight down the Brian.
Yeah. So I remember being on quite a lot of speed at the time. After a load of, I've still never been able to eat a pulled pork sandwich since because I threw it up and it came out whole. But the key part of this story was this is like again true. I'll have to have the three Brians on because I have the true culture ultras style. Where I was obviously off my face going. So and they were from Kilmarnock. So the thing with the SPL is the Kilmarnock just like it seems like Kilmarnock just don't have a. So yeah, as I was saying, carried on straight away. I was very proud.
The thing is that people don't understand is that we invented it.
Oh, it was me. It was me going on about fucking, and then telling him about Alberto Brignoli, a goalkeeper I signed once for Kilmarnock on FIFA, and we won the Champions League together. He's a good man. He's not Mirko Piliacelli, but he was the prelude to yeah. So that was.
They've got that on their badge, haven't they?
Do they? I don't know. I'm
Kilmarnock
not that familiar with. I'm not as familiar as with. I'm not.
Mate, you don't know your Scottish badges?
That name in years.
You're unaware of your Scottish badges, mate? Come on. Kilmarnock. Oh yeah, Confidemus. I don't know what that means in Latin, but the emblem is two squirrels flanking a football. There you go.
Oh, God.
Just getting back to Faustino Asprilla.
Sorry.
96 to 98 at Newcastle, 48 caps, 9 goals. Underwhelming. Not print-worthy on a shirt, I don't think. Speaking of Borough, I sent you a clip last night and kits. I got trapped down a oh god, a
hate watch rabbit hole.
A hate watch rabbit hole, a place worse than hell. Fogden and his dad.
What is Falkirk then? Fogden.
Fogdad and Fogden were ranking championship kits for this season, and I sent this to you because I think you will love to ingest
it as well.
They ranked Borough's new home shirt as like 24th out of 24th, describing it as a rugby shirt.
That is grossly offensive, of course. But the thing is, while we've got that horrible Unibet sponsor, I can't really defend it too much. I can't remember the last time we had an acceptable sponsor. The last because we had, I think, Dial-A-Phone, whatever the fuck that business was. Where you dial up and get a phone.
I don't know. I do remember briefly. I was more of the 888 era.
Yeah, but that's gambling as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we've had 888.
Ramsdens.
Oh, Garmin sat navs. How can I forget? Come on. There we go. So yeah, Garmin sat navs was the last time we had any direction.
Oh mate, I knew. Oh, that if you were sponsored by Garmin now, because only destination they can't find is the Premier League.
But yeah, and then we've had Ramsdens, which is cash for gold, which is arguably worse. Arguably fucking worse.
Was there anything before Unibet?
Yeah, it was Ramsdens.
Ramsdens. ICI.
Are you poor and in need of selling your prized possessions? We'll buy them for a tenth of the price.
Listen to Bobby George. The man who's been constantly weighed down by
fucking Mulrings and Stetton, you can't. Come here.
The man's got a hunchback from all that gold weighing him down.
No.
I'll fucking use it all the time. Yeah. You can always hit 66. You're carrying a kilo there, Bobby. Take it off.
Oh yes.
But the Fogdad thing. Oh mate, throughout that video, this is why we started this podcast, because me and you get our kicks from mentioning random teams at various points throughout the conversation. Hammarby, but
Almagro. San Martin de Tucumán, for instance.
Ludogrets. But I did have one regret, and that was watching this video. Because in it, there's a bit in it where their dynamic. I don't know if you've seen any of their videos, but their dynamic is so like, oh, I don't know. I just want to
a bit fucking nonsense, even though she's dad.
Yeah. There's a bit in it where they talk about the lead shirt, and it's hard to fuck up a lead shirt. I know as a Borough fan, you may disagree, but like it's very plain.
Yeah, white national front there. NF, big letters. Not racist, just don't like him.
He goes, Dad, what have Leeds done with this shirt? It's boring. It's white. And then he goes,
that's a great impression, James.
He goes, I think you'll find, Theo, that look at the stripes on the sleeve. They're blue, yellow, and blue, symbolising Leeds. And then there's a bit where they go on to like do the Premier League when they go on to West Ham to get there. Now we move on to a proper club in West Ham. They both need to go into a massive bin. Honestly, he does not support Bolton. He does not. Well, if you were sat next to him at a Bolton game, you would refund your season ticket with him just videoing everything.
I think if I ever sat near any of them videoing a game, like you just fucking videoing a game, Jesus Christ! Like I remember once. At Borough, this is when I was uneducated and sat in the north stand for a bit. Now it's south all the way. It's the only south I accept, but only south that I recognise. But so there's this like have you ever done it at a game where you sit down? Sit down's bad already. Should be fucking stood up. But and just like within literally this lad he was with he must have been about 15. He was with his girlfriend, and it was like the first 40 seconds of play, and just like immediately shouting, "That's our fucking throw!" Oh. What am I in for here? What have I fucking let myself in for here? And then just all the way, just absolute nonsense shouts for the rest of the game. Shocking.
I had a guy at Liverpool once who was a similar thing a minute in. Put it to bed, Liverpool. Kill the game. I mean, we're a minute in against West Brom. Fucking put the game to bed, lad. Tuck it in. Read a story.
Oh, but it's harder to get annoyed at a scout. It's harder to get like a Scouse accent or a Borough accent. A Southern accent at a fucking Bolton game, however, would make me want to commit genocide. James.
I don't believe it. The atmosphere is electric. Oh, fuck off. There's a guy, he's got a mate who's he's so funny. He does like ground hopping videos. And he films and so he goes, guys, I found my Serie A team. And then he goes, welcome. Is this lad from Brighton? He goes, welcome to Lazio.
Oh no. Yeah, don't take them lads back home.
I found my Italian team. I can't wait to support them. Have you done your research?
They're singing something about Auschwitz. Can't quite make it out, but I'm sure it's lovely.
Why are they putting their right hands up? What's up with that? Why are they?
There's nothing over there. There's not a corner, eh?
Why are they unleashing a big?
What does the Nazis unleash?
Why are they unleashing a big banner of Marlon Brando from Apocalypse Now? Musa who? Mussolini? No, I don't know. Mussolini? No, I don't
know. You know Benito Mussolini's to prove how fucking despicable a club Lazio are. Don't know if he's any good, but I bet he isn't. And he's plays on the right as well, hilariously. Benito Mussolini's grandson plays in Lazio's academy.
Wow.
Might be great grandson, but I think it's grandson.
He's someone
it is great grandson because his granddaughter got done over by Jim Carrey on Twitter, and she's like 40. Must be his great grandson.
He's he's a commentator's dream, I think, if he makes it. Oh, look at him dictating the game.
Avanti, he shouts.
Dragging the opposition through the street with his feet.
Oh, he hung that cross up lovely, almost like his great grandfather from the Milan lamppost.
I've realised that since knowing you, you've educated. I'm obviously I was aware that Lazio very far right connotations, but
Yeah,
there were clubs who I were unaware of, and you were like, mate, what are you doing? So I asked you what was like the most left wing. I think Livorno are the most left wing club in Italy.
Yeah, definitely.
Atalanta, maybe.
Antonio Gramsci. Although Bologna do have Antonio Gramsci Boulevard, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, sorry, go on.
And I looked at it, and I looked online, and some guy was like, pretty much anyone who you support in Italy is some far right leaning.
Well, no, not all of them, but there's a lot of them. Yeah, because it's like every northern club calls Napoli like peasants and scum and everything. And then there's there's Lazio, obviously, Hellas Verona. There's another few that I'm forgetting. Yeah, there's loads of.
You were like, "Come on, Jimmy! Like, list off some more." And I went, "I quite like Olympiacos."
Fascists, all fascists, and owned by a gangster who owns Nottingham Forest.
And I think every club I mentioned, it was like right wing.
Yeah, but you put like Athens is like you pick the only right wing club in Athens, and there's like 23 clubs in Athens. So.
Panafan.
AEK. I'd say
AEK.
They're probably the most left-wingy club in Athens, I would say.
Rivaldo.
Oh, yeah.
I think Rivaldo played for them.
Matt
Derbyshire played for Olympiacos.
Who did?
Matt Derbyshire. Do you remember him?
Oh yeah, big Matty Derbyshire. Yeah. I always preferred Matt Lancashire myself.
There was something so funny about this guy, this like sort of middle class guy from Brighton, being like, "Guys, I'm in the Curva Nord." So funny, so funny. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I would like to, I wouldn't like to go to a Lazio game, but I would never. I'd love to ground hop. That is the dream, especially if the Patreon kicks off. Send us anywhere.
Yeah.
But
we've got Palermo. With Palermo versus Bari, we'll get stabbed there for your viewing pleasure because I've been. I know
what's the sort of threat of life going to that?
Probably minimal.
Oh, okay.
No.
Is it?
Because the only it's like if it was say like Palermo versus fucking I don't know Liverpool in the Champions League or something, and you walk around going, "Excuse me, guys," bang. That'd be an instant stabbing probably. But yeah, no, they're all good lads at Palermo.
I do like the shirts.
And we got Mirko Piliacelli, my one of my biggest football manager infatuation. And originally scored twice as a goalkeeper for me on FIFA 15 in the Champions League final.
There you go. Send him his flowers.
Yeah.
Your Dybalas, your Cavani's, Jeremy Menez.
Yeah. Did Di Natale play for him?
Josip Ilicic. Not a bad crop.
Yeah. I think you probably just named it. I don't know if Di Natale played for him or not. But,
no, he was
ODA.
ODA. I learned that.
Just the furthest geographical club from fucking Palermo.
Well, I did adopt Udinese for I don't want to be. I actually adopted Udinese.
I'm from my Serie A team, guys.
This is my Serie A team. Yeah, I actually adopted those guys. But I went to watch Liverpool v Udinese Europa League game. 0-0 draw. We had 60% possession. Explain that. No. Roger's first season, bedding himself in. 2 words, Andre Wisdom. We, we but the Udinese fans were great. I was on the train back with some of them.
No, no.
Exchanged some songs.
What, to the Wirral? To fucking.
Go back to Easter.
Dove say Pleasure Peninsula? Oblong of Joy. Dove say?
Yes, Wirral Peninsula. Wolves. Called wolves because during the trade from the dock, the wool would stick on the back, but they'd wool.
No, not Derby. No. I do hate Derby, but I did see a sticker that said "watching Rams sniffing grams" the other day, so got to respect that. Yeah, I've got this is a bit of a as we were talking about the Kilmarnock Bryans. So, they were all Celtic fans. One of them was a Kilmarnock fan. The other one was the other two were Celtic fans. What I've noticed, right, and because you said was Asprilla a long shot merchant really? Because he might just undermine my point I'm about to make if he wasn't. Was he?
Not that I'm aware of.
Anyway, moving swiftly on. We do know what we're talking about. Yeah, so I noticed, right? I was thinking about long shot merchants of eras past. Shunsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
Fabio Rockenbach.
Oh.
Nigel Quasi.
Wow.
Yeah. All good names then. And feature Farrett Skelly, of course.
Did they all play for Celtic?
Something in the name, right? There must be something when you've got a good name that means you've got a foot like the proverbial traction engine.
Giovanni Van Bronckhorst.
Exactly. There you go. Although he's one of them because obviously like Celtic lads I know all hate him. But when there's a rival manager who does so poorly, you should like them, really. It's like Aaron Ramsey being a secret Celtic agent, came in 6 months, missed the crucial penalty in the Europa League final, gone.
Yeah. There is the guy I follow a guy, shout out Tommy Cheese on Twitter, big Wrexham fan. And he said that he was like, I'm gutted that Ramsey's gone to Celtic, but I reckon it's undercover ploy. I would like that as Eugene. Shout out Eugene mentioned
Eugene Henry, our Lord, Savior, boss, and God of everything.
The character of a sort of like a casual Ulsterman.
Oh yeah. Fly by night Ulsterman.
But like a generic Englishman who's just adopted Rangers but has no idea of the religious conflicts or has very little knowledge of it.
That's always my favourite on Twitter when you come across some tweet of someone saying like Gillingham and Glasgow Rangers. What fucking connection do you have to Glasgow?
Yeah, apart from
you just
British.
Don't like people called Fan. There, that's why.
Turning up to the pub just outside the Ibrox. Oh, sad about the Queen, isn't it?
Ooh, what do you reckon to this new lad they got in then?
I give him 6 months. 6 months. Yeah.
No experience. You want to get a Norwegian in.
The real revelation, if you can get back into Europe, that'd be don't want that.
Yeah. No, not me. Yeah, I'd love to see us back in Europe. Not Brussels, go. Yeah.
There's a guy they interview at Rangers, and he goes, he's like, "How dedicated to Rangers are you?" And he goes, "I never eat green. Don't like the colour green. Don't eat green." And she's like, "What? You don't eat vegetables?" I know.
Just Alan Brazil.
I mean, they are. I don't know. They are. I don't want to. Well, yeah, okay. Maybe let's go all in. I don't get Rangers fans.
No, yeah, no. I've met some very sound ones in my time. Shout out Mr. Ibrox Moore, Vulture Authority patron. Shout out David Mitchell from Bury and Hayden Gray from Knutsford. Well, he's Scottish, but whatever. Yeah, but they are. I think it's just the Twitter ones. Most of them are like they are capable of being nice people. Like Limmy, for instance, is a Rangers fan.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. He seems all right. Not that I know him personally. I don't know why I thought came up with that example. But,
Would you say because a guy says not just Udinese. I've adopted half Midlothian as my.
Oh yeah, but yeah, they're the Protestant reserves, then, mate. They're Edinburgh
Are they
reserves.
are
The
they now? Would
Edinburgh
they be
Protestant.
classed as sort of diet rangers?
They're yeah, essentially because they're Protestants, aren't they? So,
Well,
yeah.
sorry, I meant Saint Mirren. Anyway, moving on.
Quickly, just to balance the scales of sectarian hatred. You can all laugh. You can all laugh at me Irish there. So I've set myself up for a fall there. Oh, you can all laugh at this. We'll fucking die now. But anyway, but yeah. So last week I spoke about meeting Lucas Jukovic, what a legend. So before we went to the game, my dad did some intense Wikipedia, and discovered that on his personal life section that he had an Irish grandma. So when I was like 15, 14, 15 when I went, so I was like buzzing. This is like, oh yeah, he's my hero. Let's fucking, aye, Lucas, how you doing? And then my dad proceeded to interject and spend 10 minutes telling Lucas Jukovic, you need to get your Irish passport, Lucas. You need to get an Irish passport. We need you. But the best bit about it was he went like because Lucas Jukovic was a very nice, softly spoken Southampton boy. I was like, oh yeah, I'll look into it, mate. Yeah, it's fair. So I would really like to play for Ireland. I really would. And then my dad went, look, Lucas, we both know you're Polish, which is a great fucking thing to say. We both know you're Polish. You think you're getting in that team with Lewandowski? Not a chance. Get an Irish passport.
Mate, your dad needs to be an enforcer.
He took it very well, but it's just like, look, Lucas, you're an average striker. You're not getting in the Poland team. You'll get in the Ireland team. Come on. I've got a signed shirt at me, man. I'll bring that.
Yeah. Your dad needs to be that'd be your dad needs to come with me to speak to Ben Chilwell because Ben Chilwell's dad is a Kiwi.
Oh, is he?
I think.
He's already played for England, though, hasn't he? He's not going to do a Declan Air is he?
Yeah. Wait till we draw Australia. Up
the Wallabies.
But yeah, I love that. Yeah, your dad just going around people who aren't good enough to play for England. Look, Mbappe's in the team. You're not French, okay? But Marley.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Slightly more racial connotations to that one.
Get rid of that.
No, leaving that in. I have the power of editing for now. So we're getting a studio. Oh yeah, let's tell them, James.
I've offended Rangers fans as well.
And I as well. Fucking
sorry, guys. The problem is I've offended Rangers fans.
My first name offends Rangers fans anyway, so it's fine.
Offended Rangers fans and then backed that up by saying I keep an eye on Hearts, which is a hypocritical comment of the century.
Well, keep an eye on Hearts like a good cardiologist. like Christian Eriksen has to do these days. Oh, come on.
Oh.
We should tell to anybody mental enough to watch this long or listen this long. We'll be in a studio next time, so the audio and the visuals. Oh no, we won't because we're doing this because you're in Edinburgh. But in 3 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time, we'll be in a studio. So, if you have any ideas for things you want to see and what?
Yeah, what do you want in there? Football memorabilia. Euro '96 ashtray.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when we've got so we'll be doing a couple more zoomy ones while James is off gallivanting in a mustard jumper central.
Up the Tynecastle.
Up the you could get down the Hearts Club shop. while you're there.
Yeah, buy some merch. Uh,
Buy yourself a
like
nice fruit.
much like a pension over deck of cards, I keep an eye on hearts. Um, that makes no sense.
The best jokes, Jason. The
We're,
best
we're
jokes.
getting a studio. Yeah, we're going to try and fill it out with. I've got a World Cup 2006 mug I've seen that I want to buy.
I've got
Uh,
a Kavicha cup downstairs, but that's not leaving the house still.
I
Oh,
saw.
speaking of offending Rangers fans, there's Chucky Arlar cup there.
Do you follow? Do you follow Georgian Footy on Twitter?
I do. Mr. Luca Lagvalala. Oh,
Have you seen the thread about the 90s Georgian League where they all had to wear other club shirts?
no, I've not seen.
Oh,
Has that just happened?
mate, it's great. Yeah, I'll try and
Oh, yeah,
find it.
big shout out to @Georgian Footy on Twitter because he's, well, good friend of mine, friend of the show. And if you want it, Georgia will win Euro 2024. I promise you, it'll be like Greece all over again. But Orthodox Christianity this time.
And if anyone's
Right.
interested in the upcoming OFC Nations Cup,
Oh yeah.
Viva, Viva, Forza Aotearoa. We could beat Fiji again or Papua New Guinea.
More of a Solomon Islands man myself.
Yeah, probably get beat.
Get down to Honiara for that.
You can follow us at Cultures Pod.
The Cultures Pod,
The
yeah.
Cultures Pod.
At the Sea Ultras Pod.
At the Sea Ultras Pod.
It'll be in the
On
old there, down there.
Instagram, TikTok, and
Twitter.
X.
Yeah, and Spotify. We should have that up by this time.
Yeah, and on YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm. On YouTube, while you're probably watching this as well. Yeah.
But
Whatever you want.
But unlike
this has been the tightest wrapping up of all time.
unlike Matt Letizia, I'm quite happy with a shot. That makes no sense. It's a take, isn't it?
Take whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just don't think about it like Matt Letizia does with politics. Don't think
there you go.
It.
There we go.
Just don't think about it. Just pretend you're right and confidence. Just pure confidence based on no information whatsoever.